This is a Sayian deck profile. I made this deck a couple months ago and just never made a video on it, but I'm gonna make one today. And personally, I think that this leader is probably one of the most underrated leaders ever. I have no idea why people don't use this in tournaments. So yeah, I'm just go through the deck and yeah. So his activate main is place top 3 cards in the deck. You get 1 black, it's critical, and you get any other color against 5,000 for the duration of the turn. So, it's already perfect. Your milling cards are ready for Overwhelm, and turn 1, you got 15,000 crit. Almost every time, because I never mill, only yellow cards. I always get yellow and black. So, when you awaken, it's a draw 2, which I love the untap 2, but sadly, you need draw 2 in this deck. It's a little... your hand isn't the best. But anyways, now we have Bardock Unbound by Darkness. His activate main, it's basically the same thing. Top 3 cards in deck, you get a black, critical. Any other color gains 5,000. But what's cool is that when he attacks, he draws a card, which on this side, he doesn't have. So every time you attack, you get to draw a card. But then it's a 20,000 crit, which is really cool. And this is a yellow, and black deck. Anyways, I have 3 Planet Vegetas. It's a field card, so it kind of just stays in the field until you place another one down. His first auto doesn't really work. I get to switch all my, at the end of my turn, I get to switch all Great Ape in my battle area to active, but I don't really have any. But his auto is really good. It's when I play this card, I get to look for a Sayian 4 or less and place it in my hand. And I'll show you a cool little thing I have with that. And I only have 3. Well, yeah, I just put 3 in the deck. I run yellow, so I obviously run Crusher Ball. Favorite card. You can just mess up so many things. I really don't know why people don't use this card more often, but yeah, almost all of my yellow decks run Crusher Ball. It's just really strong. I have sadly only 3 of these. I would add 4 if I had 4. Fearless Assault Krillin. That's like the green Gohan. That's a 1-drop. When he attacks, take 1 card from my life, add it to my hand. He gains 10,000 crit. So, oh yeah, with this deck, I only attack if it's critical. If it's not critical, I won't attack. So they're getting no card advantage with adding cards to their hand. I have Master Shen, really good card. Barrier, when I get, when there's a Master Roshi on play, switch it to rest mode, draw 1 card, and the Master Roshi does exactly the same thing. I switch this card to rest mode, and he draws 1. Then he switches this card to rest mode, draws 1. So I run 3. You do have to be careful with this though, because I remember I was playing against my friend, and this card basically killed me. Almost every turn I was drawing 2 over and over, and you're milling top 3 every turn, you're drawing 2. It's just it's a lot of drawing and milling, and ultimately it's not, I don't know, you just have to be careful with it. Early game is good, late game, don't really use it that much. 3 and 3. Need them to work together. This card is my favorite card in the deck, by far, a crack in space-time. Turn 1, 30,000 double strike crit. They're not going to combo out that. So you're either forcing them to burn and negate every time you attack with the leader, or if you happen to have this, use it. It's by far my favorite card in the whole entire deck. And it's activate battle, so you can activate it on your turn if you're getting a really heavy hit, like a double strike or crit or whatever. I have 4 counters, but I only have 3 Flying Nimbus. Really great counter. I negate the attack. I place 1 yellow card in my hand drop area. If I do, my opponent can only attack 1 more time. So this deck doesn't really have lots of battle card removal. It's just killing your opponent as fast as possible. So for spamming and stuff, this comes in clutch. Anything big, I use Time Magic. Time Magic is if you leave the cards yellow, negate the attack, and choose one of my opponent's battle cards, ignoring Barrier and Rest Mode. Because he attacks with leader first, drop this if any big battle card. Switch to Rest Mode. Sparking 5, almost never use. Well, sometimes I have 5 in the drop if I don't overwhelm that turn, but I can take 1 life from my hand and use the counter instead of paying the 1 energy. I have 4 super combos as always. You always need to have 4 super combos. When I combo with this card, if there are 5 or more cards in my warp, draw 1 card and have 10,000 combo power. Really good because you're overwhelming all the time, so instead of waiting at 5 or 4 life, I can almost use this turn 2. Yeah. Then we have 3 skillless cards. 1 Tien, 1 Super Saiyan Blue Son Goku. Pretty good. I have a Trunks card that goes with this, and if I ever get these in hand, I either charge them or combo with them, but I almost charge them all the time. This is Son Goku Unbreakable Will. He's kind of pricey for a 2 energy blocker with only 5,000, but what's great about him is I play him. When this card gets KO'd, I get to switch one of your battle cards to Rest Mode, and then get a Son Goku Childhood 3-drop and play it. When I play this card, I get to KO a battle card. So like that's just really good. And what I always do, for some reason, I always get him in hand, and I'll have a Planet Vegeta, use it to get him in hand, turn 2, drop him. Like, it's, I don't know, it's something really good, and I only use it for like emergencies. If there's a really big card, block it, switch something to Rest Mode, play it, KO it. So it's a little like board removal I have because I don't have much in this deck. So yeah. Oh, and I forgot to say, he's a barrier blocker, so I just use 1 blocker to put another blocker down. And when I attack with him, switch it back to active mode, so that's really cool. I have 3 of these Demon Support Trunks. It's a really good card, overall 3, 1 energy. I get to look through my deck for a skillless battle card, play it, and the game's critical for the duration of the turn. So one of these cards, I look through my deck, his auto, play it, gains crit. And it's pretty good. I don't use him as often, but I still enjoy it. And what I always use with the skillless is these double strikes. The cards do the same exact things. I just like having different ones. I combo with it. I choose one of my attacking cards, and it gains double strike for the duration of the turn. So I have him, gains crit, attack, no counters, combo him. And like I said, I don't like comboing. I don't like attacking the leader card so they don't get cards, so I almost always combo him if there isn't a battle card I could attack. So yeah. This is such a great card, the Desperate Onslaught Bardock. Overwhelm of 5, critical. When I'm attacking with this card using Overwhelm, and then I played it with Overwhelm, my opponent cannot activate blockers for the duration of the battle, which is really good. If my opponent has like 3 blockers on play, I attack with him, can't do anything, add a double strike, 30,000 double strike crit. I'm telling you, everything in this deck is this critical for the leader. And yeah. I have 2 dimension controlled Demigra. It's an overwhelm of 4, 1 energy. When I attack with this card, my opponent chooses 1 card in their hand, placed in drop area, then I get to combo with it. So I use this card only for board removal. If there's any cards that, I don't know, just cards that are annoying, has double strike, crit, or something I need to get rid of, I have him. And then I don't really have any big heavy hitting cards, so I use him because it's auto, but it's overwhelm 5, 1 energy, double strike. When I play this card with overwhelm, choose one of my opponent's battle cards and send to the warp. So I don't honestly only use this card for like big stuff that's like really hurting me. I'll just play it, warp it, end my turn, and move him out. or I'll use him for finishing the game, because it's double strike, so if they're at 2, just play it, overall, all that stuff, attack. And yeah, that is the end. Oh, actually, no. I don't know. Because honestly, I do want to take this out in the 3 skillless cards. This is 6 cards, so it's like a lot of my deck that I don't use, but I don't really know what I should put in. So if someone wants to put in the comments what they should put in, that'd be very helpful. But yeah, it's the end of the deck profile.